Yeah.
What time do you get home from school today?
Okay, I'm gonna try this again because it's late, and usually this late I just I'll be thinking, oh, I kind of want to make a video, and then I don't. But I just wrapped up blaking the rest of the albums in this room because I'm OCD like that, you know. Once you get going, you know, you gotta finish. So I'm tired, but it's a nice feeling, and I'm done for the night. But I did kind of get started on my B's. A's and B's are out in the other room, and then you know, they finish, and anyway, it's a whole system. And I was watching some videos, and I said I was not going to be able to watch as much, and yet I find myself making time to watch because I enjoy. Some folks I definitely like to catch what you're showing, you know. And so I thought I'd show some of the records that I'm in my B's here. I'm not going to show everything. I'm just going to, because it made me think of a few things. Like, for example, the last part of my Bowie is like, you know, again, it's my furnace sometimes, the way it starts. Scary Monsters. Yeah, it's I'm having a quiet Friday night. I'm at home, not doing nothing. I have a gig tomorrow night with Patio Furniture. Even though we have this big snowstorm supposedly coming through, that won't start this annual party. It's the Groundhog Prom. It's been going on for over 20 years, and it's this huge costume party, costume ball. Changes 1, Changes 2, Blake. You know, I was getting my Bowie together last year, John I'm Only Dancing. Then I found Bertolt Brecht's Ball. Then, of course, you know, you got to round it out with the Let's Dance Tonight. I mean, like I said, this is the end of my Bowies. Peter and the Wolf. I'm going to keep going and just see what's interesting. And then there's a couple songs on here. Overall, this is Bowie. Never Let Me Down. I mean, what a name to call this album. Of course, I really shouldn't be talking too much. Lester Bowie, numbers 1 and 2. I haven't played this in a long time, but this is fantastic. I can remember it. This is awesome. On the Nessa label. We got David Bowie going into Lester Bowie. How's that? The Fifth Power, Lester Bowie. Who's on here? Arthur Blythe, Malachi Favors, Amina Monk, Claudine Myers, Philip Wilson, Black Saint. Yeah. Nice. So I'm getting a high CPU usage message. The Alan Bound. This is an English band, kind of soul, moving into pop psych type of sound. This is an original copy. The Alan Bound. It's been a few folks that have been in this band. Alan Bound, John Anthony, Jess Rodden. Who's he played with? Vic Sweeney. Those names ring the bells right away outside of this band. Jess Rodden has played with a bunch of folks. Spooky Tooth, maybe? Showed this not so long ago, the Andy Bound album. I love the cover, because I like the cover. Haven't played with them lately. Here's one I haven't played in a while, Boxer. Now this band, band used to be Pato. Ollie Halsall, Mike Pato, incredible guitar player. And he's got Tim Bogert from Vanilla Fudge. And on this one, yeah, Mike Pato lead vocals. Whiskey-soaked voice, you know, neat voice. Ollie Halsall was with him for a while. He's not on this album. It's pretty cool. Absolutely, is the name of that album. Bracha. This is Miroslav Tadic, David Philipson, and John Bergamo. I haven't played this in a while, but this is jazz, and this is on the CMP label, which is just an excellent label out of Germany. Haven't played this in a while. And this is kind of on the free jazz side. Joanne Braquin, I like this woman's playing. Special Identity with Eddie Gomez and Jack DeJohnette. I understand there's going to be an interview with Jack DeJohnette on NPR tomorrow. I want to try to catch it. Yeah, this is a good album. On the Antilles label. Bobby Bradford with John Stevens. This is another good date. This is and the Spontaneous Music Ensemble Volume 1. This is the shit. Now this is a good John Stevens date. Trevor Watts, Julie Tippett, Ron Herman on bass, Bob Norton. This is really good. What is the label? This is a small label. Again, it's on Nessa. Yeah, Bobby Bradford with John Stevens. This is dope. Excellent. I mean, seriously. This is a good John Stevens album. Great percussionist, really. I was listening to this, Boxcar. It's a 12-inch single, and kind of a more poppy version of a band trying to rip New Order. It's all right, you know. I like it enough to keep it, you know. It's a catchy tune. It is. I heard Big Star 1000 mention this band when he was talking about Kazluck's Brainbox Parts. This is killer prog, soul, rock kind of combination. This starts off with like gangbusters, though. I mean, the whole album is good, but whoa, this album is good. Great band. Brainbox Parts on the Harvest. Had this for a while. You don't see this too much. Let me just look and see. Kazluck is on this, right? Well, yeah, it's just a great album. Brainbox. Brain Donor. This is cool. This is a side project of Julian Coates. Stoner rock for sure. Real stone. Drained Boner is the name of this album. I believe it's on a nice vinyl. I need to pop to the Blake. And while I'm at it, Blake, let me not be a complete absent-minded man. Thank you so much, my brother. You have brought a lot of joy to a lot of people everywhere by making these sleeves and then going to such great lengths to make them available to everyone. Blake, thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I really do. Here's the Brain Donor. Isn't that nice? Drained Boner. I'm thinking I'm going to shout out to Cool Ranch Dressing. I think you guys would like this. Brain Donor. Drained Boner. Okay, I can get this in here. Yep. I'm listening to Macha Loved Bedhead. It's collaboration between these two bands, Macha and Bedhead. It's the only thing they did together, and Bedhead broke up a long time ago. Can't really see it, but that's the CD. This is so good. Got one other CD by Macha. I've never seen any of this stuff on vinyl, or if I did, I didn't realize it. Just before I knew about them. Brain Ticket. Now, what I have here is a rare reissue, but of the first two albums in one. 2 albums. So I get Cottonwood Hill and Brain Ticket. This is mindfuck music. It really is. You know, it's so psychedelic, you know, and it gets dark, you know. When I first heard it, through my friend that I met, Jeff White, through West Van Ness, who is a wizard of prog and obscure music. When I met him, it was like meeting my bastard white brother, half brother. He did turn me on to a lot of stuff, but I already knew about, and that's what blew his mind, because, and this was way back in the 70s, but he had the original Brain Tickets, and that was where I first got turned on to Brain Ticket. It was scary at first, you know. It was so mind-melding. It's really good stuff. Brain Ticket goes into, well, let's keep going here. And my next one is Celestial Ocean by Brain Ticket. This is an original, and I love this album. This is so... Oh, man, it's just, it's trippy. Yeah, that's the right word. And just keep it simple. Celestial Ocean, Brain Ticket. Very trippy on RCA. Showed this recently, Brand X. This is the first album. Love this band, actually. Really, at first I didn't, and it was just a matter of time, and I fell in with it. Phil Collins' other thing. More rock and roll. This is good, too. All their albums have something to speak of on them. Each album. Product. I've never necessarily... This is... Okay, talk about cover art. I've never really... I think this was an idea that when you look at it, it's not working. It's like I see what the idea is, but it's not working. The album's good, though. Masks by Brand X. Always something good. This is on Charisma. Let's see. What else have I got here worth showing? Is There Anything About by Brand X? It's great playing. And then we go from Brand X into Anthony Braxton. Brand X, Braxton, and this is, again, it's not the kind of music that you can play every day. You're not necessarily going to put this on for company, maybe some special company. But this is music to learn from, to wrestle with, to be fascinated by, and also to be uplifted by. Anthony Braxton has quite a musical voice. I've shown these before, but here they are in my bees. They just got blaked. Finally got these babies blaked up. Anthony Braxton this time. Anthony Braxton with some kind of formula for an album title as he titles his songs, and there he is looking all quizzical and full of who knows what, as well as knowledge, you know what I mean? It's an intense man. Chiande Braxton, formerly of Battles, that's his dad, if you didn't know. Trio and duet, Anthony Braxton. This is great. It's on Sackville. This is very good. And this is one that I recently found at a Goodwill. Creative Orchestra Music, 1976. I was so happy. I actually found something good at the Goodwill. Here we have again the formulas for song titles. Okay, let me see what else I have here that I want to... Oh, yeah. François Briand, Sons Optiques. This is fantastic instrumental of film come prog music. It's like the title Sons Optiques. It's like music for films that haven't been made. It's very cinematic. It's fantastic. On the Egg label. I love this album. François Briand. And I also have another one by him, Voyeur Extralucide. Again, this is very good. A little more jazzier than the other one. But both of these are good. This is good too. On the Visa label in America. François Briand. Blaking my bees, making them feel right. Haven't played this in a while. I need to get into this. This is, I don't know why. I think of The Cure when I think of this band, Breathless. It was about that time period. Haven't played this in a while. I need to play this. But kind of that post-punk thing, somewhere there in the realm of, and also the Trees, The Cure, Early New Order. I need to play that. And then I have these, and I don't often play Jacques Brel, but I have great respect for him, especially as I learned about his songs through Scott Walker, actually, you know, and the words getting translated. And so whenever I see Jacques Brel records for a good price, I pick them up, and here's one. Big Star showed this recently. I think this is his last album, and I believe this is the same as yours, Fred. I think I can safely assume that you'll watch this. But yeah, it's on Barclays. Oops. Yeah, Barclay. And someone has treated it. Whoever owned it treated it with that last system, I guess, or something. That's what that sticker is. I have that. I have those two by Jacques Brel, and I have one more. It's the first one I picked up by Jacques Brel. It's the kind of thing you find at a thrift store that's okay, you know, I found something cool. This album I don't really like listening to too much, but it's cool because of it's, you know, it's an early album that by, I gotta look, I think it's Mike Garson who played with Bowie, and I got the drummer that was with Peter Gabriel forever there, but this was an album, a band they were in early on called Brethren, and I found this for I think maybe $5. It's on a label I don't have anything else on, and I just, you know, like I said, I don't really care for it too much, you know, but that's because I haven't found the good song. There's probably a good song on here, but it's like, who is in here? Yeah, Tom Cosgrove, Stu Woods on bass, Rick Marotta drums, and Mike Garson keyboards. Yeah. And it's like I said, it's a small label. I'll go ahead and show this. What is this label? Tiffany Records. It's the only Tiffany record I've ever seen. Labels are I think, fascinating. Just the variety and I don't know, I just like seeing the different record labels. So thanks you other folks when you show the record labels. I appreciate it. I do. I like seeing the record labels. Not all the, you know, you don't have to show them all the time, but especially when it's stuff that's a little off the beaten path. I mean, it's like, for heaven's sakes, you know, you don't want to be showing Columbia all the time, and, you know, except of course to show up those beautiful Six Eyes and stuff. So that was Brethren. Okay, that goes there, and just got a couple more things. Bright Black Morning Light. Thank you, Infinite Groove, my brother, for turning me into this fantastic album. This is like going to a whole nother planet, listening, or time warp, more like, not planet. It's like you go into a time warp. It's like it's a time of its own. I love this album. Bright Black Morning Light. Blaked to the max. Interlife by Paul Brett. He was in either like Blossom Toes or Skip Bifferty or one of those early soul side freak beat UK bands. I bought this because it was being compared to Tubular Bells, but saying it was better than Tubular Bells, and I can see why they said that, but it's really just it's a long piece based on guitar, but with all these other players. He's got some other good people on here, I believe. Let me just see if I can just scout. Mel Collins, yeah. That's Rod Coombs on drums mainly. Okay, that's what I was thinking. There was at least another name on there, and that's it. Produced by Tom Newman, also the same guy that worked with Mike Oldfield on Tubular Bell. So enjoy. This is pretty good. And the last thing I'll show is this has some good cuts on it, and there's some tracks in here that I think are kind of hokey, but the playing is awesome. It's Heavy Metal Bebop by the Brecker Brothers. This is funky and really sizzling hot, actually. You know, I like the more proggy songs on here as opposed to the bluesy, kind of shuffly things, but Terry Bozzio was on drums. If you don't know the Brecker Brothers, Mikey and Randy Brecker, I first heard of them with the band Dreams, which is the first group I ever heard Billy Cobham play in, and John Abercrombie on guitar. Great. That's one of my favorite albums is Dreams, and heavy metal. That the Brecker Brothers came from that. One of them has passed. I don't know if it's Michael Brecker. I think that was him who had cancer, but that was me doing the bees, and wow, look at the time. It just goes. But I felt like sharing some more, you know, and thank you again, Blake, for just thanks, man. Thank you so much, and I'll see everyone soon. Hope you're all doing well.